What music did I enjoy? I enjoyed a lot of music this year.
Top 5 albums of 2018.
5 of 2018.
Top 5. I've got a number 1, but everything else is just in no particular order. So we'll go with, starting with the nebulous cloud of cool shit. Existential Void Guardian by Conan. Some really cool doomy stuff.
Espionage, Digital Dystopia.
If I had to pick, so one of them will be Posthuman by Harm's Way. It's the first time I've been made aware of Harm's Way, and yeah, I just heard the album was like filthy, dirty and heavy, so I'm like, yeah, I'm into that.
Euringer, Jimmy Urine from Mindless Self-Indulgence. What did I just listen to? What was that? Was it good? I think it was good. I liked it. I don't know if that makes it good. I had a lot of fun. That was weird. That was a weird album that I found myself going back and listening to way too many times, so I feel like it's way too much fun not to include. So if you're in for a weird musical adventure, it's worth checking out.
Anaal Nathrakh, a new kind of horror. That's freaking ridiculous.
A new kind of horror by Anaal Nathrakh, which is just off its fucking head. Yeah, it's like, if Mr. Bungle was on speed, I suppose.
TerrorVision by Aborted. I saw them play with the Black Dahlia Murder this year at Max Watts in Melbourne, and they played before Black Dahlia Murder, and I hadn't really given them a chance in the past. Like I just hadn't checked them out, and as soon as they started playing, I'm like, wow, this is like the tightest band I've ever seen. So I decided to have a quick look at their back catalogue, and yeah, they had just released TerrorVision, so I figured why not start there. And yeah, it's just a brutal album. It's fast, it's heavy, it's technical, and it's just got a shit ton of groove for a tech death album. So yeah, I really like that about it.
Beartooth's Disease was stereotypical, yes, but sometimes the stereotype done perfectly is fantastic. Like, I reckon that was probably the best core album of 2018 without a doubt.
Fringe by Lurk, which was a re-release this year, but whatever, it still came out this year. It's again some more good doomy stuff.
Parkway Drive.
Reverence.
It's just a huge album, like
Crushing, pun intended. Like, melodic, catchy, groovy as hell, but with some really poignant and sad moments.
I was lucky enough to see them on the tour for this album, and they've gone from being, a huge band to being a massive band, and they just put on an amazing show, and I think this album really caters to that.
I feel like what Parkway Drive has managed to do on this album, their last one as well, is create this truly unique blend of metalcore but with a stadium rock attitude, and personally I love it. I think it's great.
Psycroptic, As the Kingdom Drowns. That album just kills me.
Swarm by Godless from India. Great death metal. It's all over. It's again off its fucking head.
At the Gates, To Drink from the Night Itself. Daddy. No, but seriously, it's At the Gates. Like, that album is basically Slaughter of the Soul Part 2, and how can that not be on your top 5? It's fantastic.
At the Gates always put out good music. I don't think they've ever recorded a bad album, to be fair. So I kind of expected that this would make my top 5 this year.
And the number 1 for me is got to be Fire by the Solos by Toska, which is just really good, well-written, instrumental, progressive rock metal stuff. Gets a bit genty at times, gets a bit smooth. It's all over the shop and really good. And that would be my top whatever.
And then John Coltrane, Both Directions at Once, the Lost album. Yes, I know it feels like a bit of a cop-out, having an album from 1963 in your best of 2018 albums, but in terms of just something I've come back and listened to again and again, John Coltrane was one of the reasons I ended up getting into jazz and expanding my musical mind a lot, and the album's just really good. It's a great jazz album. Like, there's been some good jazz releases of 2018, but in terms of something I just keep coming back to and re-listening to, this album's great. Check it out.
And of course, Omnium, Gatherum, Burning Cold. That album is phenomenal. That is my top 5 for 2018, which is really hard. There's a lot of really good albums out this year.
And last but not least, Unearth's Extinctions. which only got released a few weeks ago, but quickly made it to my top 5 because of how heavy and how just crazy it is. It's like they said, you know what, we need to record an album that's heavy and groovy and just have all the riffs, and that's exactly what they did. It's just stupid heavy, and it's just a fun album to listen to. I mean, obviously it's Unearth doing what they do, but it's just, there's something about it that just sticks with you, and you just listen to it and you just make this face. You're like, yeah, it's dirty, it's good. So yeah, they're my top 5, and you can check them out on my Instagram. It's a Joao thing. I'll pop them up in the next few days. So yeah.
Ask away. I heard you had some questions for me.
So Matt, when I asked what's your top 5, and everyone in the band agreed we could do a top 5 video.
It's a great cake and Anna. Yes.
What's your top 5 album for this year?
I gave the Black Album by Metallica a fair few spins.
I hate you.
Was it re-released or something? Does that count?
You're useless.
I'm sorry. Maybe next year. Hey.